when Roman came out, well, first they set the scene. It was Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga in the ring. No Tonga Loa, who was written off once again conveniently from last week's angle with Roman. And then Roman made his way to the ring. Solo, my thing with how they conduct the Bloodline storylines and confrontations is that it just, what's the point of telling people to get out the ring and let you handle it when you know the other person's gonna jump in anyway? You know, I've never understood that. Like whenever it's the Bloodline rules, or even like the match at WrestleMania that was Bloodline rules, it's pretty much just, you should just come out from the beginning. We know you're gonna get involved, so let's just do that. You're not sportsman-like. You're not going to fight a fair fight. Somebody else is gonna get involved. But anyhow, Roman got the better of Solo. Then Tama Tonga jumped in. Roman got the better of him. Then he had another exchange with Solo. He avoids a Samoan spike, spears him, and it looks like he's gonna walk away with the Ula Fala. And that doesn't happen. Did you think that he was actually gonna make it off the show with that necklace?
No.
You didn't?
No, of course not. It
was it the timing of the show?
No, I wasn't even looking at the time. I was more looking at the just the camera, how the camera was placed, of him just grabbing it, how it panned out, panned back in, and just what happened last week. You knew it was time for Roman to get jumped somehow, and it was only two of Solo and Tama Tonga, so somebody had to come out and beat up, like help him out and beat up Roman, because that was the only way they was gonna get a one up on Roman by basically attacking him from behind. So, and I think it was done well with Jacob Fatu coming out. I think Roman did well with his selling, putting him through the table, and him coming out with the boo and everything. What I did not like though, I understand what you was talking about with Tama Tonga, like him saying Tama Tonga to just come to the side. Like, why still is there no talking? Like, if Solo, I guess Solo just wanted to fight him, but at this point, Solo, you're gonna have to have an actual.
Correct. Oh, you mean from Roman? Like he hasn't spoken yet.
Yeah, Roman hasn't spoke. No, well, yeah, the way Solo made it out to seem like he was gonna come out and he was gonna put it on the mic and be like, Solo, Roman, are you going to acknowledge me or are you not going to acknowledge me? And there was going to be some type of dialogue, but again, it wasn't. Of course, but again, it wasn't like that. Roman just came out and they just started fighting again. We were just like, okay, come on, I need some talking at some point here.
You're not going to get it because they've effectively written Roman off the show for a few weeks. You know,
yeah, I know that. Yeah, he's not going to be on the show until they go into USA, right? So yeah, I guess they're gonna write him off. And then my other question, like, where was Jimmy too? Like, how was he gonna come in? Like, how is he gonna come up and get one up on Jacob? Because that wouldn't even be believable at this point. So it'd be interesting to see how they're gonna intertwine everybody else from the bloodline, whether it's Jimmy, Jay, or I've heard even Sammy too. I don't think Sammy really needs to be there, but Sammy
He'll
too.
probably one of the last ones if he does join the storyline.
Yeah, do we really need Sammy though in this specific? Well, I understand he was part of he was an honorary Uso and he was part of the bloodline at some point. But I think this is just strictly family. But I guess if they're not doing anything with Sammy, I guess.
Yeah, he revitalized the bloodline storyline because at that point when he first joined them, the storyline had actually gotten a little bit stale and very repetitive. So there's that. And then also, I mean, to me, it's almost a sure thing because he's interacting with Jey Uso now.
Yeah.
So I can see him bringing Jey over. But then that begs the question, what happens to Jimmy now? Because my theory was that the Usos were going to take the belts from Bloodline.
That's the thing. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they actually do with Sammy.
Maybe Jimmy prevents them from taking the belts, and then we have Jay versus Jimmy at next year's WrestleMania.
Ah, come on, man. You know damn well that's not happening.
And instead of 16 super kicks...
Super Kick the sequel?
Super Kick the sequel. Instead of 16 super kicks, Josh, we get 32.
Oh, no. Oh.
Twice the amount of super kicks.
Yeah.
No, but that you have a valid gripe against how they're currently handling the Roman and Solo angle. Is that there has been no mic work from Roman. I understand he's pretty much on a warpath, but there's just so much that they're missing, that so many missed opportunities with him not addressing what his reflection on how things had played out with Solo and what's going on with the bloodline to save the family. I don't see how they could miss that badly. And like I said, we're not going to get it for at least for a few weeks, and they're probably going to get physical again. So you probably won't get talking at that point, because the longer it goes on, the less likely it seems that it's going to occur.
Yeah. I thought it would have been well. I thought it would have not that I'm not even mad at the beatdown. I thought the beatdown could have, of course, still happened, but it should have just been some type of dialogue with Solo and Roman could have said something on the mic to how he was thinking, what was on his mind.
Correct.
And I know I'm pretty sure you got news. Another person of the family passed away this week, so it would be interesting how they would mix that in. It could be something like the family. They could have somehow intertwined that into the actual storyline of that dialogue, and I thought they kind of missed it. But not that I'm not upset at the beatdown. No, I thought it was definitely appropriate that Roman got beat down and how they beat him down and everything like that. But I will say this too: your idea of them keeping Jacob away from Roman, that doesn't do anything for Solo.
Because without him, he doesn't have a way. It's kind of like the Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley. They don't have a way to answer her. Without Jacob, they don't have a way to answer Roman. He's just gonna be.
Exactly.
You saw what he did last week.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but that's what my problem was. And my suggestion for how you revise Solo in preparation for the WrestleMania match is that he needs to be able to stand on his own a little bit more and be shown to be a little bit more cunning. Right now, he's just winning a court. Well, it's the same Roman formula, oddly enough. Like, people have conveniently forgotten this is Roman Reigns' formula, just sheer numbers. That's all it is.
Yeah. He's not looking prepared at all. I like that he came out to this week without the suit and wasn't just doing the whole, you go get him. You want to come take this from me? All right, time go get him. Like, come on, face him, dude. Like, what are you doing? I like that he came out and was actually prepared for a fight, but still, I think they're just like, Solo, come on. You need Jacob, and you're not standing on your own as a leader at this point. Like, you can't beat Roman. It's looking very apparent, especially at the whole kickback of him like, oh no, okay, I will acknowledge him if he can beat me. Like, okay, it's really Solo, because you know how he tried to carve that out in the beginning of the show, him telling Tama Tonga like you're going to acknowledge him, but if he can beat me, I will acknowledge him. So he's trying to basically carve his way back on Roman's good side of saying like, okay, if Roman can beat me, I will acknowledge him, and hopefully he'll accept me back into the bloodline in the future or something like that. But
Tama Tonga was kind of confused he looked confused about Solo saying that backstage exchange. Did you pick up on that?
Confused. I thought he agreed at the when he understood, when he finishes what he had to say. I thought he agreed with him. He was just like, okay, yeah, I got you. But in the ring, I think in the ring after, he was just really more upset. Like when Solo was telling him like, oh, go over there, he was like, Tama Tonga, shut up, go over there. It's okay. Go over there.
Okay, Scrappy.
Just go over there, man. Stay right there. Let me handle this.
Yeah. It's just a real big mismanagement on that part. I agree with what you're saying. The actual angle where they got physical in the ring, that should have been the dessert, not the entree. The entree is what we were all waiting for, is the dialogue that would explain Roman's thoughts, his place in the bloodline, and there's just so much that they could have done there. And I don't know why that was not obvious to WWE.